welcome back. It's time for us to get into a conversation about something that's very, very important. Of course, we always have important conversations here on Breakfast Daily, and today is no different. World Anesthesia Day is on the 16th of October. And we've been joined on the set this morning to find out about the role of anesthesia in healthcare. I've been joined by Dr. Amo Edu, who's a specialist, anesthesiologist, and the treasurer of the association. And then also Dr. Rachel Osei, and then also Dr. Edinam Lumo. Ladies, you're all welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
We are fine.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Good to see so many women on
Yeah,
this.
I know, right? I know.
I can't help it. I have to be excited.
No, it's fantastic.
It's wonderful.
I love it.
Yeah, but
so
ladies, I mean, a lot of the time when we think of an anesthesiologist, then we think, okay, we're in the theater and then it's time to put us to sleep or have some kind of sedative happening so that we can go through a procedure. But your job is much more than that. So let's talk first of all about your role in healthcare, some of the critical areas that people don't even think about where your expertise, comes to bear.
Yeah. So thank you for having us, and good morning once again. I'm Dr. Amwedu, the treasurer of GAS and a specialist anesthesiologist. In fact, being an anesthesiologist is a passion. So anesthesiologists are not really seen. Most people don't know us. I think at the peak of the COVID pandemic, we were a bit known, but not too much. We are doctors who have specialized in the specialty of anesthesia. So we don't just put patients to sleep as we are known for. So we assess you. What is your fitness for surgery? What type of anesthesia would best benefit you and give the best outcome?
Okay.
Should we wait a while before surgery? What are the things you need to survive surgery? After surgery, how are you, faring post-operatively? We also do the critical care management. That is the ICU, where the ventilators are our friends, and then we sort of look at very bad patients.
That's
and all
why
that.
we knew you during COVID.
Yes. And then we have the aspects of pain management. That is for acute and chronic pain. We manage that, and we have specialists in that area as well. Today we are happy to be here. We are happy to celebrate World Anesthesia Day, and we are happy to show a bit of ourselves to Ghana today. So basically, that is who we are.
Okay. And in terms of the hospital procedure, if somebody was coming in for, say, surgery, right? In the line on the chain of command, where would we meet you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody comes with an ailment to the hospital. If it's a surgical discipline, you see the surgeon. And then the surgeon says, okay, we need to take out, for instance, a goiter or a heart issue, a cardiac issue, or a lung problem. But the one to put you to sleep, or the one to determine the type of anesthesia, or even if the surgery can even proceed, is the anesthesiologist.
Okay.
So you see us and then we assess you. We see that, okay, A and B is not right. So let's make sure we optimize A and B. And then during surgery, we need to make sure B, C, and D are in place. And after surgery, this is where you are supposed to be. So that is where you see us. Yeah.
What's, let me come to you. What's the most exciting part of your work?
Well, there are many different parts.
Okay, so share with us.
Quite a few. So being in the theater is quite exciting as well. There are many different things we do in the theater. So being in the theater, most people think that we just sit down on our phones. After we've given anesthesia, we just sit down on our phones. When it's time, when the surgery is over, then we just wake up the patients. But more goes into it. So we have to take into account the patients have different illnesses that affect anesthesia, such as hypertension and diabetes. So that's where my senior colleague mentioned that we have to see you first before we decide, because we have to tailor the anesthesia to the patient and to the type of surgery they're having. So two people can come for the same surgery, but their anesthesia will be different. So the drugs we use will be different and all those things. Yes. So it's being a theater is quite it's a high-paced environment and quite exciting as well. Okay.
Now the day is happening on the 16th of October. Do you have things planned? What can we expect? How does the public engage with what you're doing?
Okay, so every year we try and give back to society. We've been doing hospital visits. We give money, we give stuff to children, to mothers, to hospital staff, and etc. in previous years. This year, we are giving back to society in a very special way. We are saying that you have loved ones, colleagues, you know, girlfriends, side, you know, and all that.
The whole spectrum.
The whole spectrum. And anybody can collapse at it. The outcome of the individual is sort of improved in the hospital. What can you do immediately, you know, whilst you are with the person? So we are training basic life support, bystander basic life support for free, you know, to entities, companies. We started in September, we are ending in October, you know, so that we can grace our 16th October celebration. So that is what we are doing this year.
I see. So training as in things like CPR and all of that.
Yes.
Okay, talk to us about that. I mean, how does a regular lay person not mess the whole thing up? I mean, you know, yes, go ahead.
Dr. Edina
Okay,
will come.
so CPR basically means cardiopulmonary resuscitation, where you want the heart and then the lungs to get back to function for a person who has lost that function. So, like my boss rightly said, collapse is one of the things that when your loved one is unresponsive, which there are so many causes of unresponsiveness. It could be from dehydration, it could be from hunger. Somebody hasn't eaten the whole day and the person goes, can just collapse on you. It could be from any medical condition like stroke and basically the basic ones. And then any emotional distress can even cause the person to hear bad news, or you have a broken heart, can also make you collapse and all that, So, but the worst of it is when you have a heart attack that makes you collapse. That is where your CPR comes in. So for what we are doing for our month is to train laymen to know how to do the compression only or hands only CPR, for you to be able to have the skill to save your loved one immediately, so that the outcome will be good. So it's just the compression only, which will demonstrate when the time is due.
Okay. So in that case, I mean, for compression only, you don't need any sophisticated, material or anything like that. Just your hands.
You need just your hands and your energy to be able to bring the person back to life.
Okay.
But there's a device. There's a device. So you need your hands and the energy. You don't need sophisticated things to sort of put the person down the throat or anything. But there's a device called the AED, automated external defibrillator. We sent pictures to Angie to project. There are other pictures.
So this is something that what you find in an ambulance, right?
Yes.
So this is something that we should be investing in our homes.
Yes. In
our
for
cars,
instance, Citi we should have, you know, big institutions, small institutions is good.
So let's do it practically. If you walked into an organization like Citi TV, how many of these do you think we should have on standby? And how many personnel should be properly trained to use them in the case of an emergency?
Okay. So, to be honest, collapse don't happen too often. And there's a lifespan with the battery. One is enough for a building like this. Maybe a bigger one, maybe you need two, the malls and things, you need about 2, 3 in them. And then as many as can practically do the CPR, it's advised that everybody knows how to do it. Because I don't know when it will be me and then somebody doesn't know how to revive.
So you can have a situation where the only person who knows how to do CPR
needs
CPR, you know, and then...
But are you going into the schools as well? Because I remember when I was much younger, we went through CPR. How is that going as well? Are you going into the schools apart from the workplaces?
So our offer is open to all. We send to some, others contact us. So I think on Friday we have a cuddle and care school. It's a toddler preschooler school. We are going there. So as many as want us to be there, we are available. We just need to find the best times, you know, for the two entities.
But how can people get in touch with you? Because I think this is important. I mean, you're an office or a place of business, you're a school, you're an individual at home. I mean, how can people get in touch with you so that they can also come and learn? You know?
So our flyer was projected a while back. I think we have to project that again. But you can call us on 0207200612. And then the other number, please. Your number.
My number, yes.
You have to mention it.
0207984265.
Okay, they are both.
Yes, they are both on the flyer. Yes.
Okay, so please
Yes,
get in
call
touch.
us. Entities, groups, churches, companies, schools. You know, let us.
It's important, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we should go and see.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good idea.
It's time for practice.
Yeah. Let's go and
is.
see
Yes.
what's happening.
We've done the
over
theory,
there.
now it's time for the practical.
Yes.
All right.
So this will be our practice station for the day.
Okay.
And then we have 2 perfect volunteers.
Yes.
So Dr. Osei is going to demonstrate the first part, after which we do the second part.
Okay.
Like I said, there's a device called the AED. It's not here today, it's in use elsewhere, but we projected it.
Okay.
When we are called back to train the staff, we make sure it's available. It's very practical, you just have to follow the steps and all that. So Dr. Osei will take us through what we call scene safety, responsiveness, and then the compressions.
Okay.
And then we have our volunteers enact that.
Okay.
And then we do choking, and that will be
You are volunteering the volunteers.
Yes.
Okay. We have been volunteering.
So we have to collapse first.
No. So she's going to
Okay, these are
Okay.
volunteers.
she's going to go through some steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you
Go
just
ahead.
do it
Sure.
after
Okay.
her, please.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So I'm a bystander. I've seen somebody who has collapsed. So the first thing I'll do is it's called scene safety, where you want to see whether there's anything in the environment that can endanger you and the person. And you are very important, because if you also become affected, then you can't help the person at all.
Yeah.
So things like water, if there's an accident scene, or electricals or anything like that. So you verify the scene safety. So the next step is to check for responsiveness, to see if the person can answer you. So you kneel down, and then you tap hard and then mention the person's name, or if you know the person. So, hello, are you okay? Can you hear me? So you can see the person is not responsive.
Yeah.
So next you have to call for help, because CPR is very involving. So you need extra hands as well, and people to call for help. So if I know someone around, so I'll be like, hello, Edinam, please call for the ambulance 112 and get me the AED.
Okay, right away.
So as she's getting this, then you then begin CPR.
Okay.
So this is where the hands come in. So you take your dominant hand or your writing hand,
Okay.
and then you put your non-dominant hand on top of it.
So if
And
you're
then
a
you
righty,
interlock.
that's your dominant. If you're a lefty,
If you're a lefty, so
that's
your
your dominant hand.
writing hand
Okay.
first, then your other hand on top of it. Then you interlock your fingers.
Okay.
And you are going to use the heel of the writing hand, which is this area here.
Okay.
This is the heel of the writing hand. And that is what you are going to do to use to compress the chest. So the aim of so you're going to look for the middle, the breastbone, what you call the breastbone. You put the heel on the lower half of the breastbone with your interlocked fingers. And your arm should be completely straight and straight over the person. And then there's a particular rhythm, so you you push hard and push fast.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how deep you go, you can go as deep as you can.
Okay.
Yes. So then this is how you do the compressions.
Okay.
You can
Yes.
see the 2 lights there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an AHA certified. AHA is American Heart Society. American Heart Association.
So
is
the light
the
on
two-
the
lights
right
are-
Yes,
Yes.
the
Yes.
2 green is telling you the depth is good, the pace is good. Doctor will say thank you.
Yes.
So now we have
Yes. So now there's a
our-
particular range we have. That's 100 to 120 beats per minute.
Okay.
But it's difficult to keep up with. So we have some local songs which you can look up online, which you can keep in your head, and then you just go according to the beats of the song.
What are some of the songs?
Mon Bébé.
Mon Bébé
Mon
by
Bébé.
Citi. Yes, we
And
realize
then
that.
slow down.
So,
and
yes,
slow
by
down.
King
In
Promise.
France.
Yes, so the beats of those songs will help you keep in time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, the aim of the compressions is to pump blood around the body,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
that the
Oxygen
organs
flow
and and then they don't die off as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
All
so
right.
now we have our perfect volunteers.
Yes.
To try and do the same.
Okay.
Go. Ladies
So,
first.
but there are 2, so we can go together.
Yes.
Okay. So,
So first of all, you look around, make
So-
sure everything is
Okay.
safe.
There's no electrical cables. There's nothing.
all right.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So dominant hand.
So you have to assess. You have to assess for responsiveness.
Okay.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. No, just on the shoulder. Just on the shoulder.
Okay.
You know the
Alright.
person's name. You can mention
Yeah.
the person's
Okay.
name.
David.
Paco.
Yes.
Are you awake? Paco. Can you hear me?
So now the person is not responsive. So you
Okay.
call for help for
Okay.
someone.
Okay.
All right.
Dr. Eddie, now, please, can you call the ambulance? 112. 112.
Bring the
And bring the AED
right
right
away.
away.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
while she's going to get it, can start.
Okay.
All right.
And that's
So
fast.
your-
I think the
this is a
rhythm
bit
being
fast.
provided
so
is
the
to help.
flashing means it's a bit
Pa,
fast.
pa,
So a bit
pa,
faster.
pa, 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 pa. You see
Yeah,
the light
right.
here?
Yes.
And the depth is great.
Your depth is
Wow.
great, yes.
I think we can safely clap for the
Yes.
volunteers. Your loud ones are alive.
Yes, you are keeping them alive.
Thank you.
Okay.
So you can't
Love
do
you to
this.
the end.
So you can't do this compressions forever. You get fatigued.
Yeah.
So after 2 minutes, hopefully by that time the one you called is in, or the ambulance is in, or whenever you are tired,
Yeah.
you stop and let someone take
Okay.
over. Because the moment you pause
Yeah.
too long,
You're
it's
going
inefficient.
to-
And this is
So
why
now-
it's very important to call for extra help. Because once you are tired, you have to stop, and that's the end of the person.
So we'll demonstrate choking now. Dr. Eddie now, please.
Okay, so choking is when the person is not gets food, block the airway, and is not able to breathe
Yeah.
or talk. And most of the times it happens in the restaurants where we eat a lot and at home. So or in the washrooms.
Yeah.
So you realize that we have a universal sign of choking. So you see people do this when they start choking, trying to cough
Yeah.
it out. Yeah. So anytime you see someone doing that, it means the person needs help. So we have a maneuver that we do to relieve that. We have different dimensions to all that, but for today, because of time, we just do the adult normal
Okay.
sign for relieving the choking. All right. So she's choking. She's showing the sign. So you must ask consent. You must say
Yeah.
consent. Maybe the person
Can I-
doesn't want
yeah.
you to help. So, are you okay? Are you okay? I can help you. Can I help you? All right. So she's giving you the consents for help. All right. So you position the person well. Kindly open your legs. One of your legs in between. This is my left.
Okay.
In between, so you can stabilize yourself. You make a fist. You look for the navel. You put your this hand over
Cross
it,
it, yeah.
and you move one roll upwards.
Okay.
Then you hold up. Then you're going to do an abdominal thrust. You move in and out, in and out,
Okay.
in and out. And after that, after about 5 thrusts, the person should be able to cough out.
Cough out whenever it's
And if the person is unresponsive, then you must put the
Lay
person
it.
down and then start CPR,
Okay. Okay.
which we have done.
Okay.
Do you
that's
want
the
to
basic-
demonstrate it? or
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's perfect.
You're not sure.
Right.
Okay,
So you want to do it for?
No,
hair
I
or-
think she can do it for him.
do it for
Okay.
you.
All right. So
Okay, okay. So, are you okay? Can I help you? I can help you. Okay.
Very good.
So, routine
Okay.
here.
Yeah. You make a fist.
So one
Like
fist,
this.
the other holds it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
you
up.
Then you make the abdominal thrust. 1, 2, 3. So you've rescued him.
Rescued him.
Thank you. Yeah. So
Thank
after
you.
every choke, you must visit the hospital for a thorough
Checkup.
checkup.
Okay. Okay.
Fantastic.
Oh, this has been
Yeah.
brilliant.
I loved it.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful.
They are basic
you.
skills, but they are life saving.
Yeah.
Very, very life saving.
Are there others?
Yes. So even for the choking, there are other maneuvers
Okay.
to do. But I think for the sake
So
of
which
time,
maneuver is this?
So this is the basic
The
one,
basic one,
hemlich.
hemlich.
But
Okay,
even
the
in the
hemlich.
hemlich, we have different variations. Sometimes the person is too big, the person is pregnant, the person is way taller than you are.
Yeah.
There are other things you
can
should
do
do.
it.
That even for children and all that. So we don't do just for adults. We have that for children, and then
Wonderful.
BLS is basic, but we have advanced levels, which we do at the hospitals.
hospital.
But these are skills we need for everyone.
So I'm sure on another day we can come
Yeah.
back and look at some of the other skills.
Yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes.
Thank you so much, ladies.
All right.
It's
So,
it's been
Dr.
a
Rachel,
great time
Dr.
with you.
Eninam, and you've been hiding your name, Dr. Edith.
Dr.
Yeah,
Edith.
Yes. Yes.
Dr. Amwedu.
We have the mannequins from Operation Smile, Dr. Fry and Dr. Stevie. I think we have to acknowledge them, and those are the mannequins we are using all over
wonderful.
Ghana. So we
Fantastic.
thank
Thank you
fantastic.
so much
Thank you
to
very
them.
much. And thank you to you for coming. Thank you.
Thank
and
you
the
for having
association,
us.
I think you're doing a wonderful thing, the
Yes.
society. I think it's important for us to be in people's homes, let them get some of the basic skills, first aid skills, first responder kind of skills. I think it's very important. Accident scenes are not pleasant.
No,
Yeah,
they are
at all.
not.
We don't
They are
know a lot
not.
of things.
And our emergency rooms are often full.
Yeah.
So if we can do something before
Some
we
of these
get there
things,
to also
yeah.
relieve the pressure on you
Yes.
and your other medical practitioner colleagues, then
Yeah.
why not? And of
Thank
course,
you.
to save a life, you know, that may
Fantastic.
not
We
have been
appreciate it.
saved.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We also had a
Welcome.
good time.
Well, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Breakfast Daily is going to continue shortly.